you just turned 62 and wonder if you need to go ahead and claim Social Security, then after all, you've probably have heard some of the articles or read some things about take it as early as possible because all the benefits are going away. If you don't take it now, then you won't receive any benefits. But here's what almost nobody tells you. There are actually four completely different questions hidden inside one statement like that. So the questions can be, can you claim? Should you claim? Will you actually receive the payment right away? And will claiming at 62 or earlier before full retirement age hurt your plan overall or help? So these are all very different questions. And confusing them can cost you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through several Social Security rules that most people, or at least many people, will often overlook. And this includes one strange rule that involves your birthday that surprises retirees every single year. But more importantly, I'm going to show you why focusing only on the question of, can I file at 62, is usually the wrong question. Now, at Cornerstone Wealth Planning, we rarely start with just a Social Security decision. We want to start with an integrated retirement plan. And once this plan is built, the Social Security decision often becomes much clearer. So if you'd like help creating this type of integrated plan where we look at everything, looking at the different areas of Social Security, income taxes, investments, healthcare, retirement income, and how they all work together, then you can schedule a complimentary call using the link below. And that's exactly why we help families and how we help families every day. Now let's clear up the biggest misconception first. The first rule, age 62 doesn't automatically mean benefits will occur next month. Most people believe the moment they celebrate their 62nd birthday, that Social Security checks begin arriving shortly afterwards if they sign up. Not exactly. The Social Security Administration requires you to be age 62 for an entire month before you're eligible to claim retirement benefits. Now, that timing can matter significantly. So here's an example. Let's say your birthday is June 15th. Now, even though you officially turned 62 in June doesn't count as a full month of being 62. Your first eligible month becomes July. And since Social Security pays 1 month behind or in arrears, your first payment would generally then arrive in August. So someone planning retirement around their first Social Security check and the importance of having that monthly income can create an unexpected cash flow gap for that upcoming month. We've seen people retire expecting a payment that doesn't arrive when they definitely thought that it would. So that's why retirement income planning matters, because someone retires, you need to build a retirement income statement showing exactly where every dollar will come each month into the future. And these could come from things such as Social Security, your portfolio income, your cash reserves, maybe withdrawals from portfolio, pension. Everything that can be accessible or paid out as income needs to be noted. Because retirement isn't just about having enough assets, it's about making sure that the timing and the efficiency of it all works best for you. So this brings us to one of the strangest Social Security rules maybe you'll ever hear. This is the day before rule. So believe it or not, for certain Social Security purposes, your birthday isn't actually the specific day. The Social Security Administration treats your legal birthday as a day before your actual birthday. It can sound very bizarre, but it can have real consequences, especially if you're born on the first or second day of the month. So let's look at an example. Imagine your birthday is June 1st. Social Security treats your birthday as May 31st. That means you're considered 62 for the entire month of June, which means June becomes your first month of eligibility. So instead of waiting another month, someone born June 6th, though, does not receive that same treatment. Now, it's a small rule, but it can affect when these benefits will begin for you. It can even slightly affect a percentage reduction that is reduced if someone is claiming benefits before full retirement age, in other words, claiming early. Now, before you start rearranging your retirement plan based just on your birthday, there's something much more important to understand. Because whether you claim at 62 often isn't nearly as important as whether you should claim at 62. And that's where most online discussions and calculators stop far too early. And that's why many retirees accidentally make expensive decisions because they start to treat Social Security like an isolated choice. Which age gives me the biggest check? What age gets me the most money overall? And these are just bad questions alone because they're incomplete. In our firm, we usually ask several questions first. We want to start more from a planning first aspect. So how much income do you actually need? How large is your retirement income gap? What tax bracket do you expect to be in now and later? And we'll be delaying these Social Security benefits, allow you to do other things tax-wise that can make sense, like Roth conversions at lower rates. And also, if you delay, where do you take withdrawals from during market downturns? And what's the longevity look like, not just for one person, but for the household? Because survivor benefits are very important. If you notice something here with all these different questions, none of these outright begin with just Social Security. They begin with your overall retirement plan. Because claiming the age 62 could be perfect for some, or it could be the most expensive decision that you'll ever make for others. So let's compare two retirees. Let's say they're both eligible now to claim benefits as both turn 62. So the first person needs Social Security immediately because they have very little cash or outside retirement accounts. Keep in mind that claiming early will reduce withdrawals from their investments, but it also is a lower amount than what they'll receive later if they delay. But it could for them help make retirement possible. So for them as well, claiming early could make absolute sense. Now, a different retiree, they have substantial investment assets. They have strong savings that will continue. They have little debt. They have low overall income during the years now before required distributions begin. So for them, potentially, instead of claiming immediately, they could look at intentionally spending from their taxable investments first, meaning they could delay Social Security. They could probably perform strategic Roth conversions. They will probably reduce some of their required minimum distributions by doing that. And they'll probably lower the potential that they'll have higher Medicare premiums in the future because of IRMAA. This also may reduce their overall lifetime income taxes. And ultimately, it locks in a largest level of guaranteed income they can from Social Security once they begin to claim later, and they'll have that for also the surviving spouse. So this is the same eligibility, and it comes with a completely different recommendation. So that's why retirement planning isn't just about very general and generic rules. It's about connecting all the dots in your own situation. That's exactly why our planning process looks like it does, by looking at taxes, investments, Social Security, healthcare planning, estate planning, and your retirement income together, all in one piece, all put together. So if you'd like to see how these pieces fit together for you, feel free to schedule a retirement strategy call using the link below. We found even just one planning conversation can often uncover opportunities that people never realized existed. Now, there's another major rule that people can often miss. And this one surprises retirees who keep working and also claiming benefits. So just because you're allowed to claim Social Security at age 62 doesn't mean you'll receive every dollar of your benefit if you keep working. This is called the earnings test. Now, if you're under full retirement age, you're earning above the annual earnings limit, Social Security may temporarily withhold part of your benefit. And again, the level of earnings is quite low. $20 thousand here in 2026 is all you can earn while taking benefits before full retirement age, if it's before the year you turn full retirement age. Now, they will withhold these benefits. Doesn't necessarily completely take them away forever. There's an important distinction here. The earnings test, you can immediately think I'm losing all the benefit. It does work that way, but it also is a recalculation that occurs once you claim benefits later. Let's call it full retirement age. These benefits are factored back into your overall benefit calculation. But here's the issue of claiming while working. If you're depending on those monthly checks to fund your retirement, then receiving less than expected can throw off your retirement income plan. So we always want to ask clients another question before discussing claiming age. Are you truly planning to retire, or are you just transitioning over time into retirement? There's a difference there. Some people stop working completely, paycheck stops, earned income stops. There's no issue with the earnings test. Others may go into consulting, some may work part-time, some may still own parts of a business, some may just desire to work seasonally. Now, each of these situations can affect Social Security decisions and taxes differently. This is exactly why we believe that cookie cutter advice can fall very short. So, the best claiming strategy for someone earning $80,000 after age 62 may look completely different than someone whose employment income drops to zero. So, again, the answer isn't found just in one Social Security rule, it's found by looking at your entire financial picture. This includes your income sources, your taxes, your investments, your healthcare costs, and how much you'll actually need from your portfolio. Another common mistake is that we see all the time with married couples that one spouse decides when to claim just by looking at their own benefit. Now, Social Security with a couple or a household doesn't exist in this type of vacuum. For married couples, it's going to be a household decision. Why? Because the higher earner's benefit often becomes a survivor benefit if one spouse passes away first. That means delaying benefits isn't just about getting a larger monthly check today. It's about providing more guaranteed income for life over the surviving spouse's life in decades to come throughout retirement. So that doesn't mean everyone should wait till age 70. No, not at all. It also means that reclaiming age 62 can make sense for some clients. For others, maybe it's full retirement age. And for others, depending on the situation, it certainly could be at least one person waiting, the higher earner, until age 70. Now, this recommendation depends on a lot of key factors. What is the overall retirement income gap that you need to fill? What's the health of both spouses, leading to likely life expectancy of both spouses? How about your investment portfolio, your tax situation, your spouse's benefits, and how everything works together? So that's why the question isn't just, can I file at age 62? The better question becomes, what claiming age gives my household the highest probability of long-term retirement success? That's a very different conversation, and it's one that deserves much more than just a simple online calculator. So could you really file for Social Security at age 62? Most likely, absolutely. If you meet the eligibility requirements, then you certainly can. But eligibility isn't the same thing as optimal strategy. So before making your decision, just make sure you understand some of the key caveats here overall. When your benefits will actually begin, how that birthday could affect your timing or the reduction, whether you're still working, how this earning test would apply, how claiming affects your spouse and your survivor benefits, and maybe most importantly, how Social Security fits into this overall retirement income plan. And Cornerstone Wealth Planning, this is exactly what we help clients do. Rather than just looking at Social Security by itself, we want to connect all the retirement planning dots. We want to coordinate claiming with tax planning, retirement income, Roth conversions, investment withdrawals, Medicare planning, and then looking at this for you specifically and your long-term goals. Because when those pieces work together, retirement becomes much more predictable and often much more tax efficient as well. If you'd like help building this kind of integrated retirement plan, click the link below to schedule a complimentary consultation with our team. We'll help you understand not just whether you can claim at 62, but whether doing so is the best, optimal, smartest decision for your household and your retirement plan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.